putt you up.
Has done it again for the 9th time.
Strike to claim it, and he got it! Bowling history. The only player ever to win 5 U.S. Opens.
Dave Ferraro was known as one of the few people you'd want to have throwing a strike for you if your life depended on
Here
it.
at Welsh Auditorium, squarely on the shoulders of Dave Ferraro.
$10,000 from the PBA if he takes it out.
A tough and tenacious New Yorker, Ferraro's simple, no-nonsense game and steely nerves under pressure propelled him to one of the best careers professional bowling has ever seen. And he could have won even more had he not been such a devoted family man. Dave Ferraro grew up in Kingston, New York, in a family that owned a bowling center and was also involved in thoroughbred harness racing.
Well, my family's been in the business since I was born. In fact, the bowling center that you saw when you turned in here today, my father and grandfather built that in 1959, and that was the same year that I was born. So we've been in the bowling business my whole life.
In his late teens, while on a path to become a harness racer, a bout of hay fever caused his father to encourage him to focus on bowling.
Well, it was really, my father was in the horse business, and he drove harness horses for like 30 years. So like in my teenage years, I would work at the farm, and I was actually going to become a harness driver. And I developed a hay fever around 17 or 18 years old. And every time I went to the farm, I was a mess. I would, teary-eyed and have allergic reaction. So right after that, my father says, and obviously we were bowling pretty well at the time. My father suggested that maybe you get our PBA cards, and we started bowling in regionals that was around the area, and then we ended up getting our national card.
He would eventually join the national tour in 1980, and soon made his first TV appearance at the age of 20. Alongside another youngster making his first PBA finals, Pete Weber.
When I first bowled, you really don't know how good you are until you get your feet wet, And in the PBA, it was regional program first, then I went on to the national tour, and at first I struggled. It didn't come that easy.
After doing just enough to get by for the next 5 seasons, Ferraro's tenacity paid off when he found the winner's circle for the first time in 1986.
And he gets the strike, and somebody said, "Welcome to the Firestone, Davey." And his wife applauds, and a very big win for Dave Ferraro.
He would win another title in 1987, and would have a stellar season in 1988, collecting 3 wins, including his first major in the PBA Players' Championship.
Oh, yes.
His second major would follow in 1990, when he took home the title in the prestigious PBA Tournament of Champions.
The 1990 Firestone would probably be my biggest tournament win, but my biggest achievement would be Player of the Year.
He would win the Players' Championship again in the fall of 1991, which gave him plenty of momentum heading into the 1992 season.
Ferraro needs a mark, spare a strike, and 6 pins for the title. An open, he loses. My dad used to call it a Sunday ball, and that's what Dave Ferraro just threw on that shot, his Sunday ball for all the money.
I believe in that year I won high average, I won high points, I had the most TV shows. It was a pretty consistent year, and I think that's what you need to get over the hump. I know bowlers who definitely had a better career than I did, Marshall Holman and Pete Weber, and I think they only have one Player of the Year, which is amazing, is how great they bowled for such a long period of time. Definitely had a better career than I had. But so that was definitely a big accomplishment.
His last PBA win came in 1994, and he would retire from the tour after the 1995 season so he could spend more time at home with his family.
To stand, applaud, and pat him on the back for one heck of an effort.
In 1992, I was Player of the Year, and then in 1994-95, I quit. I remember my daughter was born that year, and she was I don't know, maybe 6-7 months old, and I came home after being gone for like 5 or 6 weeks, and she really didn't know who I was.
Ferraro was inducted into the PBA Hall of Fame in 1997, and in 2009 was voted 36th on the list of the PBA's 50 greatest players.
You know, I think they could say Dave Ferraro was a good guy, you know, along with his bowling ability. But I would say good family man, good guy, got along with everybody, and I would say that's what I would say.